gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Pots and Pans Network is proudly bringing to you some technical difficulties. But we are the Potsy and Tino Show. This is Tino. I'm Potsy. Our theme song, as always, is brought to you by Adam's House Cats, called The Wrestling Song. It's available on iTunes for 99 cents. Sorry, I'm still eating a sandwich. But
Take two. What the hell happened?
So, it's weird because sometimes I try to load the program up and it doesn't load the first time. So I try to click it again. So it doesn't load the second time. So it doesn't load the third time.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw how many open windows I had for the show. I had 5 windows open, and for whatever reason,
none of the cameras work.
The one that had the camera on was not the normal one. So I'll keep an eye on that next time, folks. I apologize.
Amateur.
I mean, until we can pay for Stacy, the what, studio rep or whatever.
I don't know if she's still with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't even do his own show anymore. We're talking about Steve Austin. He used to have an associate named Stacy who would actually
in LA,
who would actually broadcast the show for him. And we obviously don't have that. I've got my PC that I sit there and do it with. But I am wearing a nice McFoley t-shirt tonight.
No, I see that.
Available on the Rob Pachek TeePublic site. So, Tino, we had Thanksgiving.
The giving of thanks.
Well, what did you give thanks to? I'm off camera. Shoot. Just go ahead.
I give thanks for a lot of things.
We got 6 people watching us already.
Yeah, I think I'm one.
That's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah. What did we do? Wednesday, I worked. Thursday, we had a bunch of Nicole's family was over. We had like a
They're your family too now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it was. No,
yeah.
it was my
Baby.
father-in-law, my brother-in-law.
You know she's watching.
She hadn't on yet. Hi, Anna Marie. It was my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my brother-in-law.
See, we just dropped 2 viewers because you were like, yeah.
Because I've tried to tell this damn story 3 times. You keep interrupting me.
Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I had my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, my mother-in-law, and her new husband.
Mother-in-law has a new husband?
Yeah, they've been divorced since before we got married.
Wait, no. Like, you never told me about the new husband.
They've been married for like 10 years.
Oh. So it's not really a new husband.
Well, no.
Okay.
So her stepfather, her aunt, and her 2 cousins. And so we all had Thanksgiving, and then my mom came over Friday, and we did Thanksgiving part 2, and then Saturday, get on me. Then Saturday,
make sure you don't dump that.
Shut up. Then Saturday, took Matthew to get his haircut. Then we went to get our tree.
More like this?
No, we went to get our tree, and then Sunday we just chilled. Then we took family photos.
Did you go to Booger Mount Christmas for?
No, we always go to Lake Jordan.
Oh.
Christmas tree farm. And that was about it.
Did you cut your own tree down?
No, they
like
cut
Christmas Vacation?
No, they cut it.
Dad, did you forget the axe?
No, they cut it. And they tied it to the top of the car for us. And then took it home, put it up. We started decorating a little bit last night for Christmas. Got to let the tree fall out. So probably Matthew's mad because he wanted to do the tree today. And I was like, no, Daddy's got to
work.
And then
Daddy's got to work.
I did. I said that. He said, but you're not getting paid. I'm like, oh, touche. He's a smart little dude. And so
tell him it's because he doesn't have a job yet that you're not getting paid.
And so we're gonna do the tree Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
That's it. What'd you do?
So I did a lot this weekend, man.
What'd you do Thanksgiving?
Well, I went over to my sister's house.
Shorty? Okay.
Now, let me ask you.
Why didn't you?
Did you, when you did your Thanksgiving, did you social distance?
Yes. We had people, so we had it set up now.
So you had like the
table.
plastic walls
No,
up at it? No.
but we had the kitchen table, obviously, and then outside we had tablecloth so people can sit on the deck. So it's pretty good. We were spaced out. People, some at the table, some were in the living room, some were outside. So we did a pretty good job of spacing everything out.
So we did over at Shane and Shorty's house.
Mm-hmm.
Shorty's my sister, by the way, for anybody that's.
Did your parents go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We lifted my dad down to the lake in his wheelchair. Shane and I did. And actually, Fubar's son, stepson Jason, actually helped.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, that was something else trying to lift a man, a 200-pound man in a wheelchair down. Well, because the lake's got that flat land area.
And he wanted to go to the lake.
So no, we set up 3 tables right there,
so
that
outside. Got it.
Yes, because Thanksgiving here in North Carolina, just so everybody that's watching knows, and your mom didn't push him in.
Who said that?
John.
Oh, God.
So Fubar, our friend John.
Chris Barrett, what's up?
What's up, Chris Barrett? Hope you had a good. Oh, he said holla holla players. So holla holla players.
Oh, see, Chris Barrett, thank you.
So this is now going to be a 10-man tag match, player. And he's right, because we had that many people in the chat here a second ago.
Okay.
So John's stepson helped us walk him down. He walked down the middle. Shane and I had him on the sides going down where those rocks are to go down. And Shane's sitting there like, okay, I didn't really think about this, because Shane's lifting, but all of a sudden he's on the top of the... And I'm like, well, if we move him over this way a little bit, he'll be over my feet, but you can step down and we can actually walk him down the rest of it. So we did that, but we had to keep him in the air so he didn't crush my feet on the way down, right?
So Dad can't walk at all, or
he let's just say he shouldn't.
Okay.
No,
I'm just asking.
No. So let's just say he shouldn't. We walk him all the way down. We put him in his spot, and of course we put him down, and we're like, go ahead and roll yourself up to the table, right? So he starts rolling.
Like, no, carry me.
No, he starts rolling himself up to the table, and we're sitting there going, he's not going to stop. He's just going to roll right in, So I had to go up and I grabbed the back of the chair and I stopped him. I said, put the brakes on, do that whole thing. So we go, we have dinner out there. There's 15 of us.
Wow.
Okay, so we had 3 tables set up, which I mean, spaced us out pretty well. You weren't breathing right on top of somebody.
5 people a table?
Roughly.
Okay.
Roughly. Like it's funny though, because our outdoor area has like one table that's got big chairs. So of course, like all the kids wanted to grab those chairs, and I was like, if your ass is too big, you get one of the big chairs. So no. Okay, maybe you, but that's all the kids, right? So that was pretty fun. And like John said, my mom didn't push him in. We thought about it, with my dad, because
that's wrong.
Yeah, it is, but he's lived a good life. So, no, we all love my dad, but he's a handful. So of course, we go to serve dinner, and I don't know how your family is. Like, someone's always got to say the blessing, right?
Yeah.
So they always let my dad say the blessing.
Oh,
now my dad doesn't talk too much anymore. Like, ever since his stroke, and we're talking 1994, so 26 years after the stroke. And he does this thing where he says, bless those that have food, and then bless those foods that have none. And like, at this point, I'm sitting there wondering what he means by that. Like, does he mean bless those that have no food?
Or bless the food that has no one to eat it?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. So
it might have been a joke. Or you think he was serious?
No, he's been saying it for like 22 years at this point. Like,
damn
bless those that have. Like, I think it means bless those that have none. So I think he's trying to say that, but like my dad, in the situation that he is, sits there and says, bless the food that has none, and it's like, what does that mean? You know, so I asked that.
Good.
You know, at certain points, and my dad just sits there and he's like, I don't know. I've always said it.
Your dad's stupid. That's awesome. That is awesome.
So then we start having a conversation.
You turn it into Dexter, according to Michael Turner.
Dexter Loomis?
I don't know. Then he said, just kidding.
Rob turning into Dexter.
Maybe Dexter the serial killer? I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. So he says he didn't know why he said
you know, then the conversation, like, we get done dinner, and my sister Shorty, like, we got 15 people on the table, so we got 7 on one side, we got 7 on the other side, we got 1 at the head of the table, right? It's not me at the head of the table.
That's your dad. I said that.
No, well, so actually it's 6 on one side, it's 7 on the other, and then it's 1 on the head and 1 on the ass of the table, right? Mm-hmm. My dad's on the ass, and Shane's at the head of the table because it's Shane's house, so Shane's at the head of the table. So if it was Roman versus Kevin Owens, you know, like Kevin Owens is my dad, which he's definitely the funnier one of the two half the time, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody's screaming and yelling to sit there and talk all the way down the table because there's 3 tables, right?
Yeah,
so
the killer Dexter from the show.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, appreciate that. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, we went all the way through Thanksgiving dinner, and not a single person said what they're thankful for. Not a single person.
We didn't either.
So I said, hey, before we serve dessert, I think we all should say what we're thankful for, right? And everybody starts saying what they're thankful for. And it gets to me all the way on the back end after 13 other people have sat there and said, I'm the last person to go. It was my idea. I'm the last person to go. And as I'm like, everybody starts talking again.
So what are you thankful for, Rob? I'll give you the opportunity to say it on the show. What are you thankful for?
I was thankful for a freaking 4-day weekend is what I was thankful for. And I finally did get to say that, but I mean, obviously, I was thankful to have my entire family there. You know, it would have been nicer to have Tino and his family there too. Yeah. It would have been, but I mean, then we're talking 4 or 5 tables, like, and I'm already like going like this when my sister's trying to talk to my mom down the other side of the table. Mm-hmm. So I just can't do that. So I'm like, hey, let's just say what we're thankful for. Let's have the dessert. We had a really good chocolate pie with peanut butter cups on top of it. Nice. You know, and I don't know if anybody else does this, but my family last year when I was still working retail and had to do it at like 11 o'clock in the morning, we decided to get it catered. Right? So cool. So we started ordering the food.
You were about in beer.
I couldn't. You know, we got it catered. Last year we got it catered by Bob Evans. Mm-hmm. And that was excellent.
And they did like the turkey and everything?
They did the turkey and everything.
Bob Evans did turkey.
Oh, dude, but it's like the thick cut, like, and it's already like cut.
It's already cut, okay.
So you get that, but I mean, it's got all the stuffing, it's got all the fillings, it's got all the side items, like, and you basically pick it out per person kind of thing. This year we did it by Cracker Barrel. They do the same thing. And Cracker Barrel's turkey I think was better than Bob Evans' turkey. Bob Evans' ham was probably maybe that's backwards. Maybe Bob Evans' turkey was better than. But either way, like it's really good, and you don't have to cook it. You just have to put it in the. And when I say you don't have to cook it, you don't have to do like the 12 hours of cooking, but there's still a huge mess.
Yep. There's
still all the cleanup. There's still all and I mean, you're talking 10, 15 different side items and everything else, like, you know, but I mean, excellent. So if you've never done it,
did you take any home?
I got the ham in the freezer right now, but that's because we're keeping the ham for Christmas.
Oh, got it.
Because we didn't eat enough of it, so we still got the ham for Christmas. But we'll still probably have to get something else because there's not enough ham to sit there and say, okay, we'll feed 15 on this ham.
So you're gonna cater again? Do you cater Christmas or just Thanksgiving?
We'll probably Mom normally does the Honey Baked Ham Company like turkey or something for Christmas, which is good, and it's really good ham or turkey, but it's just not the same as like carving your own turkey, right? And the Cracker Barrel one, Shane actually had to carve the turkey, so it was nicely sliced, thick cut turkey and everything, so it was good. And I mean the macaroni and cheese was good, the apples were good, so just about every side item was good. The one thing that nobody liked from Cracker Barrel was the stuffing, because it wasn't stuffed in the turkey, so it didn't get all that flavor from the turkey.
Nicole forgot to do that this year too, but she did something. I don't know what she did, and it was still good. It was, oh my god! I just like stuffing that.
So that was Thanksgiving. Then Friday. What did I do Friday? Did I do anything Friday?
I don't know.
I watched SmackDown.
Oh, finally?
Well, it was on Friday.
Yeah.
So I watched it. Saturday, I watched the Notre Dame UNC game, and I didn't realize it. And I'm such an idiot. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm healthy. I could have went to it. You could have went to it. It was at UNC.
Yeah.
We could have went to the game. We
So
probably would have been able to get in for free.
We'll sit on different sides because you're
We'd have been able to sit on the same side, but
you wouldn't want to sit on the Carolina side being from Notre Dame.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because we won. But I went and I watched the game. Saturday, I sent out. So Friday. On top of that, I did something else.
You sent out your Stranger Things?
No, I did that Saturday.
Okay.
So that's what I was getting ready to say. Saturday, I sent out all the coloring books except for the people that drew in it. I didn't have all the addresses written down, so I needed to do that. There's 2 people that still haven't gotten theirs because I don't have their addresses yet, so I got to get their addresses. But everybody else had their books shipped to them.
Nice.
And I'm pretty proud of it, right? It's a pretty good book, and now people are starting to see it, and they're sitting there like, oh my god, because they're actually getting it, and it's so I got one of those messages on the way home tonight. I was like, what? Oh my god, what's going on? Because I'm getting a picture of like everything that I shipped, because I didn't just ship the book to everybody. Everybody that got the book shipped to them. Got a couple extra little.
So what did you send out?
No, I'm not telling you. They gotta post it on the Instagrams, so I can sit there and repost on the Instagrams like what they got as like little extra gifts and everything. Because I thought it was really cool. I wanted to send like a couple extra things, and one of the things that they might have gotten was a limited edition. There we go. 1 of 1 holographic sketch card. So there you go.
That's holographic?
Yeah. See that? Yeah. But there's nothing on it. There's no sketch on that. See, there's no sketch on the one that I just gave Tino. But
he gave me a blank ass.
I did not give you asked for it. I handed it to you. But see how it's got the sparkles?
Ooh, shiny. You bedazzled it.
I bejazzled it. Yeah, bejazzled.
Bejizzled.
No, I did not do that. That's horrible. Why would you ever say such things? So I did that on Saturday. I shipped out all of those books. I went to the post office and I was like, y'all gonna hate me, because I had a box of books to ship out, and she's like, just put it on the counter. But she was nice. She was like, just put it on the counter. Okay. She didn't say, just put it on the counter. She didn't say it like that.
Oh, okay.
Like you thought I said.
Yeah, like some of those postal workers.
Well, some of them are, and the guy right before me, like I thought it was going to be a hassle for me to walk up with a box that had a thing of all the different books that had to go out. But I put it up on the counter, and she's like, "This one will get there by Wednesday." And I was like, "Okay, I don't care when they get there. Just get them there before Christmas.
Yeah.
It's November. Get them there before Christmas. I think we're okay." And she's like, "This one will get there Friday." And I was like, "Okay." This one will get there Monday. I'm like, oh, that one's pretty quick. Oh, this one will get there. This one will get there. Okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, she just stopped telling me. I mean, there was like 30 of them, like she's just like, She's like, all of them should be there, but like Wednesday. And I was like, except for that one going to California, right? And she goes, yeah, that one would be Friday. I was like, okay. And then this weekend, obviously, like I said, I watched the Notre Dame UNC game, which you're not happy about, although you're wearing a different colors anyway, so it doesn't matter. Terrence likes you more tonight.
It's my alma mater. That's where I learned to drink.
You didn't learn to drink before that?
Not like I did there. Yeah, we all can have. I'm gonna have my liver longer than you will.
Probably. Anyways.
Look at that. You can't see that fucking can. Look at those.
But listen to you dropping F-bombs even before we get talking about wrestling.
Those soup bones, though.
Yeah, you got like ham hocks there. What is that?
Michael Turner.
What's Michael Turner saying?
Who's Michael Turner?
Michael Turner's a good buddy of mine.
I don't think I like Michael Turner.
You do. He's a good guy.
No, he said glad UNC lost.
I mean, Notre Dame won.
So. What in the hell?
So these are my new glasses for when I work. They get rid of the.
You just sprung those on me.
What's that?
I didn't know you had glasses. You just put those pieces on.
Oh, they're not prescription.
Oh, okay.
But they help me read.
They got the blue blocker.
They do, but it's not.
These have blue blockers on them when I order them. Make sure.
Yeah. So, but these are the amber lenses. These are gunner glasses. These are video gaming glasses.
Okay.
But I ordered them because I now sit in front of a computer screen all day, so it actually gets rid of the blue light that comes through the.
Did it help?
Today it did. I didn't have a headache for the first day that I worked, so I thought that was all right. And now you and I both have glasses on. Although it's funny, when I was growing up, I sat there my entire childhood going, if I ever get glasses, I want ones with yellow lenses. 42 years old, I got ones with yellow lenses.
Looking like Batista.
Now I just need the nose ring. Both nose rings, because he has two, doesn't he? No, Triple H ripped one out. Yeah, but so anyway, sorry, I'll take those off. I'll probably put them back on a little bit later because the light's bright and it gets rid of that. But then on Sunday, I actually lettered the entire new issue of Junior High Horrors.
Sweet.
So there's 6 pages left that need to be done, but the main story is now completely done. So as that little backup story gets sent to me, I will get the pages in, and hopefully we'll continue our streak of every time the book comes out, at least digitally, comes out on time.
Nice.
So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll tell you, I will say my buddy Mike Rosenzweig.
You what?
Mike Rosenzweig, okay. My buddy.
Okay.
Yes, I said it correctly.
I didn't hear what you said.
You were like, is that a different language?
I thought you had a stroke for a minute. Mike Rosenzweig. That's what I heard.
Hey, that's not cool. That's not cool.
You're like Bob when he's on the radio. All of a sudden he started going no. That's why I looked at you like. Had a JR moment.
I'll tell a GameStop story in just a second about that. By the way, so Mike Rosenzweig, with books like X Liefeld's, I've used him as the letterer, which is the guy that actually puts the words on the pages for a comic book, right?
Okay.
So did a great job with X Liefeld's. Has done terrific work with other books from Keen Spot. Including, I think, Dead Sonya. I think he did that one for us as well.
You did it.
I wrote it.
You wrote it. Yeah.
I wrote it. I didn't do any of the artwork. I did one cover. Which actually was a depiction of my friend Delaney, who is a fashion model, and she was Dead Sonya in that. Someone's sending me text messages, and I don't know what's going on. But we'll get back to that. So, Strangest Thingies,
I'm excited.
The 20 pages is now done. I posted one page on both Facebook and Instagram, and it's been getting people to sit there and laugh at it pretty good because it's when JV goes and he hears some rustling in the bushes, and he opens up the bushes and he sees a dog, and it's Dog Tanyan, it's the dog from Stranger Things that, well, although in Stranger Things I think they actually think it's a cat,
Yeah.
but then it eats the cat, because it's the
Yeah.
the what do they call them?
I don't know the whole Jurassic Park thing.
Yeah, it opens up the whole face. It's kind of like Blade Trinity when Triple H and that dog have the
Yeah.
predator mouth. But yeah, so posted that page, and obviously, like, if you haven't done so yet, folks, get to your local comic shops, ask them about that book, because I had a lot of fun writing it. It made me laugh. I think our next book, I almost put a joke in about wearing your mask, because it's supposed to be out in January, which will still be relevant at that point. But I think I'm gonna do a Return of the Walking Flu, as the next book.
When are you doing wrestling themed junior high horrors?
Tino, I got a wrestling themed book in mind that's not junior high horrors.
Oh.
And I'm about halfway through the first issue.
Oh, nice.
So you guys might get some information about that soon.
I'm gonna get some when we get off the air.
He'll get some when we get off the air.
Information.
As long as we. Okay, you popped me. The joke, like wrestling terminology, pop, not this. No cherries or nothing, folks. Mick Foley's a little upset about that one. So is that all that happened to me this weekend?
Yeah.
I think it might be all that happened. Yeah, I went food shopping.
Finally? Wait, no, you didn't. That was just in your refrigerator.
Oh, I did. Trust me, I spent $75. Then I'm like,
you already ate it?
I'm like, why the hell isn't there anything in my fridge?
What'd you buy?
I bought food.
All I saw were drinks in your refrigerator.
Did you look in the freezer?
No.
Well, I got some stuff in the freezer.
Is there ice cream?
I bought a lot of soups and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Which
That's
are
right,
not
you don't
not in the freezer.
You don't cook. That's right.
I don't.
You microwave.
I microwave. I know how to use a microwave though.
Do you know how to cook? So you're home now. You're home now. So the reason why you didn't before because you had your other job. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because I did make spaghetti and meatballs this weekend.
Like homemade, not on the microwave.
No, I actually had to cook the spaghetti and everything.
That's why you're laughing. Did it come out bad?
No, it came out fine.
Oh, why'd you laugh?
Because you're sitting here making fun of me, and I actually did make the spaghetti. Now I had to. I even had to cook the meatballs, and those took like 4 times as long as cooking the. Well, because they were frozen. So my mom brought me the meatballs, so I had to then cook them in the sauce and everything else.
I'm gonna have to teach you how to just take some ground hamburger.
No, I think I know how to do that.
Yeah,
I do.
Prego and if you want to do it like that.
Well, okay, so if I take the ground meatball and the ground
I just do meat sauce. I never.
And I throw them in, and you cook them in the frying pan,
yeah.
And make sure that they cook up.
Okay.
But then like my mom brought me those
That's
already,
cool.
so I already had those. So I had to take my little what do they call it? The what's it called? Where you could throw all the meatballs in and actually pour the sauce in and just let it sit for. No, but it's not just a crock pot.
Okay.
So it's it's a crock. It's a crock of pot. But
I smell what the crock was cooking.
Yeah, I did not smell what the crock was cooking. Speaking of the Rock, did you see that he's got his own ice cream coming out this year? Did you see what it was? It's
Rudy Poo.
It's Dwanta Claus, because he's calling himself Dwanta.
Oh, okay.
He's got Dwanta Claus, Terramana, which is his tequila, eggnog flavored ice cream, and he sounds excited about it. And I'm sitting there going,
I don't like eggnog.
I don't like eggnog either. What the hell is wrong with people liking eggnog?
I don't know.
Like there's something wrong with that.
Nasty.
Nasty.
All right.
So, all right, Tino.
That's what's up with us.
We didn't talk about Monday Night Raw last week.
Do we have to?
Well, I mean, was there anything we wanted to talk about from Monday Night Raw?
The triple threat that's happening tonight
Yeah, so it's AJ who beat Randy Orton.
Right.
It's Keith Lee
Yep.
who beat Bobby Lashley,
Mm-hmm.
and it's who's the other one?
I don't remember.
It's Riddle.
Riddle.
Riddle who beat who the hell did he beat?
Not Corbin.
No, it's not Corbin. It was the guy from. It was the other one from the team because Braun Strowman is suspended.
Somebody put. Casey said put nutmeg in it. LOL.
So Casey, it's funny that you say put nutmeg in it. By the way, folks, if you are watching on the Facebook page, we really do appreciate it, but we would love to have you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Then I won't have anything to do.
Well, but then we only have to watch right here.
Okay.
And Chris Barrett, who has been with us since like the beginning of the YouTube channel.
He hadn't said much tonight.
He hadn't said much tonight. He may have actually left to go to the Comics Corner channels. And Sandmyth, who is on Twitch tonight. That's our friend John /Fubar, watching us. You know.
I heard Strowman was hurt.
So yes, that's getting to the wrestling side of things. Yes, Braun Strowman is apparently injured, though the rumor is they still think that he may be ready in time for
because he was supposed to face
the TLC pay-per-view to go up against McIntyre.
And so how do they work out the way out of that?
I don't know. I think they give it to AJ.
And then he beats AJ?
No. I think what'll happen is going into TLC, you sit there and you plan for AJ. And then if you get all the way to the 6 days before TLC and Braun's good to go, you have him take out AJ and the big dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just sits there and says, "I'm taking on AJ," and then you have him take on AJ. Mm-hmm. That's what I would do. If that's your plan.
So you don't think Keith Lee has any?
Well, not until he gets rid of that soul patch that he's got going on.
The channel called I Got You. The Potsy. Oh, the YouTube.
It's called Rob Pochak.
On YouTube.
YouTube.com/Rob Pochak. Those that are watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rob Potsy Pochak. If we get enough viewers, we will just change it to the Pots and Pans Network. That way we can have the Potsy and Tino show. That way we can have whatever my next show's gonna be. That way Tino can have his next show on there, like when he's cooking with Tino. I think that sounds like a great idea. Cooking with Tino. We'll get him his own camera. Oh look, Casey's right here.
She found us.
Casey's on the other channel now.
Yay.
Hi Casey. We missed you. Tell me, do me a favor, tell all your friends about us, because we love everybody that shows up. Tino, I do also want to say it's time for everybody to buy the t-shirt. Support the show, buy the t-shirt. If you go to
I get a new logo.
Well, if you go to TeePublic, you can buy that shirt, or you can buy this one. Can always buy, or you can buy the Wall of Jericho's shirt, which seems to be everybody's favorite recently. So lots of people.
We can put our emojis on a t-shirt. Or you think Apple?
Ooh, Apple might get mad. You know what? We could try.
All I can do is
Hey, you know what? TeePublic finally took down one of my designs. They took down my Wonder Woman design.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me.
So, which by the way, you want to see what it was? Yeah. You want to see the Wonder Woman design? I'll show everybody.
Oh God.
I'll show everybody the Wonder Woman design.
He's salty about them taking that down, folks.
I am, because
Well, I mean, unless you want to get sued, put it back up there.
Hey, I might do that just because
And then when you're in jail, you gotta tell me how to run this so I can do the podcast. Be the Tino show.
Be the Tino show. Be my one phone call a week show.
And calling in from San Quentin via Skype.
Yeah. No, it'll be via dial-in.
No, we have to go back to stream.
This one was actually removed. My Gal Gadot was removed. It's the first one that I've had removed. So
you can do all the wrestling ones, but that one they're like, no.
They're like, not today. No, not yet.
Not in my house.
Yeah. So yeah. But my Green Lantern design's still up there with Ryan Reynolds' face. What are you stepping on?
I'm trying not to step on anything. I don't have any leg room.
Well, there's a screen or
That's what I'm trying to. Not.
Yeah, the plug that keeps everything plugged in.
So we not to unplug it, but I don't have any leg room.
So sit back, move it back a little bit. No, move it back. There you go. Look, you're already hitting the wall.
Well, damn it!
It's a brand new wall paint, man. Like.
You realize I'm like 298, right? I'm a big dude.
Hey, you're under 3?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. But yeah, go on, buy the T-shirt. Tino wanted me to put that one up, by the way.
Mm.
He keeps going, hey, why aren't we making any money off of this? So he's not wrong.
Duh.
We probably need to make some money off this at some point. Yeah.
Christmas is coming.
So
yeah, my son's already. Oh, let me hold on before we go any further. Let me explain to you about my son.
Oh, let me hold on. I got one for this. I got one. Ready?
Yeah, where the fuck did this Christmas list come from? You know what this bitch did?
He put a PS5 on it, didn't he?
No.
Series X?
No. That's what he did. It was how he did it. This mug made a Google Doc. so he could send it to his grandfather, to me, my mom. He's a Google Doc. And this thing's like...
That's my kid.
I'm like, dude, the only thing he's getting off of there, he really wants, and I kind of backed myself in the corner with this one. So he
67 Chevy.
No, he started talking.
No.
He started taking, because he was like, talking about guitar for like a couple of years, wanting to play guitar. I'm like, dude, I know it gets hard and he quits and he won't do it. So we got my father-in-law got him an acoustic guitar last year for Christmas, and then since January he's been taking guitar lessons, and this dude has been practicing and getting better and better. So where I messed up, like, he's like, I want to let you, like, back in January, February.
And you're like, yeah, you keep it up.
That's exactly what the hell I said. If I see you practicing and you stick with it, Daddy let you guitar for Christmas. I'll be damned. If that little bastard is still
every
going
month
and it's good. So I mean, getting better. Sometimes better than me. You know, I only know a few chords. He knows them all.
I get paid. All 4.
I get paid with the chords I know. So hi to my 2 favorite men.
Nicole.
So, hello. So I was telling everybody about
Put her on
about your son's Google Doc.
Yep. So we're gonna bring on our favorite guest.
I don't know.
Via audio. Let's see. If she's willing to come on this week.
So inclined.
If she's willing to Oxford comma with me.
Let's see what she says.
Hello.
Hi, Mama.
Hey.
I was telling everybody about Matthew's Google Doc.
Oh, yes. Well, we were watching it together, and I was like, let me get off just in case you say something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
so how long has he been practicing on this guitar of his?
He got it for Christmas last year, and he started taking lessons in January.
So he's been playing for a full almost 12 months now.
Yeah, he's pretty good. His guitar teacher said he was a natural.
So how long before he's actually the guitarist for his daddy?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's already better than Tino.
I told you that.
Well, Tino does only know 3 chords.
4.
You know how to look at that 4th chord.
No.
Actually, I do think, I was joking, but in all honesty, I do think Matthew knows more chords than he does.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah. But yeah, he plays this game with his guitar teacher where they try to, like, what is it? You do something with a metronome?
Yeah.
They try to beat the metronome.
Should we just have Matthew on and tell us?
Yeah, you want to.
Matthew, come on the show. Baby Seamus, folks.
I'm on the podcast.
On the YouTubes.
So what's up, bud?
Oh, I'm on YouTube. Ooh. So I do this game where he puts on a metronome. He starts at 5, and then we try to go as fast as we can. And last time I got up to like 145 or something, which is like I don't really know like what like the standard is, but either way. I mean, 145 is like pretty good.
So what kind of songs have you played on your acoustic guitar?
He knows.
All sorts.
What songs what do you know?
Like a lot.
Learn some Green Day.
What's your Green Day song that you like?
Yeah.
Which one?
Which
Basket Case.
he knows that one. He knows "Smoke on the Water."
Oh, nice.
He learned a Michael Jackson song.
Does he know any Van Halen?
I don't know. You know any Van Halen?
No.
No.
Oh. Well, that's next. You got to do that before you get an electric guitar.
Didn't you learn some Beastie Boys too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did some. Was it Brass Monkey?
Oh, Brass Monkey, that's a good one. Do you know No Sleep Till Brooklyn?
Oh no, that's the one. Isn't that the one you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one they did.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, it's about your bedtime, Pete. Got to look at the time.
We're watching our favorite thing.
Harry Potter.
No.
Yep.
No,
Yes.
they're watching us.
No, they're watching Harry
No,
Potter.
they're watching us right now.
Our two favorite things at the same time.
Oh,
See?
at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Hold on, I'll put my Harry Potter glasses on.
Oh, Nicole, look at this.
Oh, hold on. I'm not wanting. Lee, put it back on. Hold on. Okay. All right.
Do you see, Rob?
Yeah.
It might. Are you on?
Hold on. I don't know if I'm live now. Oh no, I'm live. Oh, look at you.
Don't I look like the guy from MythBusters?
You actually, that's freaky. Yes.
I look like both guys from MythBusters put together.
Oh God.
Both of them together.
Yes, I'm like a smorgasbord of MythBusters.
A smorgasbord of special scientists.
Yes, yes.
It's good, man. I love a good
Yes.
scientist.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shut up. All right. We love you.
Love you, Nicole.
And we're gonna get back to talking. Probably not. Yeah, probably we might finish the conversation we started earlier. So you might want to.
Yeah.
We didn't. You know.
Yeah, because if you look at the little name on the thing right there, you might not want Matthew being a part of it.
Gotcha.
All right. Love you.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right. Bye. That's like a weekly thing now, I think.
I think it is. I think you know what though, we're gonna have to figure out a way to get the screen up and get a second screen up, and we'll actually get Nicole on TV.
Can you do that?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. So, I'll go ahead and continue. So, what else does he want for Christmas since they're not watching anymore? You
Yeah.
give him a second.
Yeah.
So he wants an electric guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Did he say what brand and
No,
everything?
I don't think he really cares. I don't think he really knows. So just electric
So
guitar.
it's like a Fender.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
wants. Of course, he wants the PS5. But I told him
Not until you get one.
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
And a bunch of different. He's in like the Harry Potter stuff. He's in like spy stuff.
Tino and I aren't even gonna watch wrestling tonight. Tino's just gonna play my PS5.
I am thinking about going to get the Miles Morales Spider-Man though. Thinking about it, I haven't decided yet because I've been playing
It's pretty good.
the
The
Spider-Man,
original one?
the original one. I'm like, eh.
So they remastered it for the PS5 and they actually changed Spider-Man's face. And apparently it was a big thing on the internet. Like, why could you do that? Why would you change his face? And it's like, because we got a different actor to play him.
So that's where the fuck did that come from? So that's that.
So what does Haley want for Christmas?
Girly stuff. I mean, she's not really.
So she didn't put up a Google Doc?
No, she's pretty much into makeup, clothes, money. She's in college, so a lot of money, gift cards.
The cure to COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it again.
Sorry, I did. But it's not like we've monetized the show anyway yet, so it's not like we really have to worry about it. The coronavirus. Haley wants to prevent that, I guess. So I would love in the chat right now for everybody to talk about what they want for Christmas. Because I don't expect anything for Christmas. You know what I'm getting for Christmas?
What?
You ready for this? My mom emails me yesterday. Now, my mom's 71 years old. Up until about 2 years ago, she didn't even know how to use email. Right?
Oh, God.
She sends me an email yesterday, and she said, hey, your water bill came to my house. Now,
Wait.
I've only been here a month, right? She goes, and I know it's yours because it's got your address, and it's really expensive.
Why is your water bill so expensive?
So that's what I asked first, and you're right. These do make me look like Batista.
Mm-hmm.
I walk alone. Anyways, so she sits there and she's like, I know it's yours because it's got your address on it, and I'm like, well, why is it so expensive? Like is it for last month, this month, and like next month? And she goes, there's a deposit, there's the cut-on fee, and then there's the actual like fee for it. And I'm like, oh, so these assholes charged you like, or charged me. Yeah, they said it to her. They charged you like this. So, one, they charged $100 for the deposit. Okay,
Sounds about right.
sounds fine. You know, whatever. Like it's like 5 months worth of water, whatever. They charged a $50 cut-on fee.
Yep.
So $150 of the $172 was just turning the shit on.
Okay.
And then the $22 was actually my water bill.
It's about $200.
$172.
Yeah.
So she's sitting there and she's like, do you want that to be part of your Christmas present? And, you know, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm like, well, I didn't ask for anything else, so you know what? Yeah. Yeah, just...
Pay my water bill, Mom. Merry Christmas.
Pay my water bill.
She's going to have the receipt in a box wrapped for you.
She's not even going to do that. She's going to be like, don't you remember?
Yep.
Because I'm going to be like, where's my Christmas present?
She's got it on a note, on a piece of paper. Water bill.
Water
in
bill.
A box.
That one time I bought you lunch. No, my mom's been super awesome.
I didn't push your dad in late.
Yeah, you know, like, but my mom's done some super cool stuff because, like I told you,
I helped you carry that heavy ass mattress.
That heavy ass mattress over to
put your house together.
Box spring. Now putting the house together and stuff. So I got a funny story about that.
Oh hell.
All right, we're gonna go back to we're gonna go back to, you know what? We're just gonna make a Rob's rant tonight. How about that?
You gonna rant?
I am, but it's not gonna be about my mom. It's gonna be about my brother.
Okay.
You know Dave.
Yes.
So Dave moved in with my mom just recently. Now Dave,
It's been a while.
a month and a half, like
It's
a
been
little bit
longer.
No, it's been like a little bit longer than I've lived here now.
Okay.
So anyways, Dave, his son, moved into my mom's house, and Dave actually lives, like, my mom's got this attached garage that doesn't actually attach to the house, but it's like or an unattached garage that has a back room, and that's where my brother lives.
Is that when you first come in the driveway? That right there.
So that garage, yeah. So the way it's set up, you drive all the way up to the garage, and behind the garage, as part of the garage, is a whole other room that has air conditioner and everything else.
Is it like an apartment, just a room? Nothing like,
So it's just a room. So it doesn't have a bathroom and it doesn't have a kitchen, right? So he still needs that. But like, so my mom was like, my grandson can get a room in the house, but Dave's got to live outside. Which is fine because you put them together and it's like combustible, right? Like, but you keep them apart, and at least that way they can tolerate each other, right? Because and it'd be the same thing with me. If I had to move back in with Mom, I'd have to move into that back room, right? I'd kick my brother out. I'd be like, "You get the hell out. I'm moving in the back room," and I'd probably be able to fit my entire house into that back room.
Really? Is that big?
Well, I would have been able to up until I got all this extra furniture, right? So like the way that my storage unit was, I could have put my entire storage unit in that house.
Gotcha.
Doesn't mean I would have been able to live there, but I would have been able to store my entire storage unit in that house. With all the comics and everything. Believe it or not, 44 boxes of comics, by the way, folks.
Don't remind
44 boxes of comics. Yeah. Well,
I'm still...
Tino got salty because I told him not to carry them up just one arm at a time. Because you gotta actually like grab both sides, otherwise if they go everywhere, they're everywhere.
No.
And luckily we didn't have that.
I started doing that because I was carrying the bitches up 2 at a time. I'm like, fuck this. I just got
Just one at a time, and
it worked.
It did, but man, one of those cardboard boxes just split open and everywhere. And we wouldn't have been able to move anything else until we got all those comics off the floor. But anyways, so my brother and my mom, they're combustible.
Okay.
Okay. They really can't live together, but this two separate buildings thing, it's okay. So my mom sits there at my nephew's birthday was yesterday, so we're sitting there taking him out for ice cream, and my mom sits there and goes, "Hey, when can I get one of you guys to come over to blow off my roof so that I get rid of all the leaves?"
Asking you or your brother?
Me and my brother-in-law Shane.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And Shane and I look at each other and we're like, "You got two grown-ass men that live in the house now."
But didn't you say Dave's back? That's why he couldn't help us move?
Well,
You don't want him to fall off the roof.
well, so I said I don't want Dave lifting a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean he can't walk across a roof.
Okay.
Okay? Because what's a leaf blower weigh? 20 pounds? Maybe, while it's on.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know he's not watching, so tell me if you've heard this one before, folks. John, I'm sure that you've heard something about this because you were there. But and hopefully Terrence is in the chat at this point, or anybody else. And like I said, I'd really love to hear what everybody wants for Christmas. My brother apparently wants the ability to not be have really bad balance, because that was his excuse as to not going up on the roof to blow off the leaves was. And here's what's funny. My nephew Drew sits there and goes, "Well, I'll climb up there, but they keep telling me I'm not allowed because they don't want me to fall off the roof." Now, I will tell you, my mom's roof, you've been over her house. So the beginning of it is like 8 feet off the ground. It's nothing big, nothing to worry about. You climb up on a ladder, you get up there, you blow it off, and you're like, that wasn't so bad. You get off on the other side, and there's literally like a 50-foot drop. Like, it goes up like that, and then there is just the way that we walked everything around the house. That side of the house, there's like a 40 to 50-foot drop. Like, if you were to fall off, you probably won't survive.
Or you'd be hurt very badly.
You'd be broken.
Okay.
It'd be like, "Good God, folks, he is broken in half.
Oh, God knows.
As God is my witness, he is broken in half."
Your face is going to stick with that one day.
It probably will. But with the Batista glasses.
Shut up. This is a story.
So
Dumbass.
So he's sitting there, and Shane and I are looking at each other, and he goes, "Well, I can't climb up there. I got bad balance." So Shane and I look at each other, and we're like, "That's your excuse? Really? That right there? You live in that house. You don't do anything else. That's your excuse?"
What do you say?
Chris Barrett just said, "Holla holla, players," and then he said, what you've never seen a scaffold match." I have actually. I've seen the new Jack one, and a couple others.
I've seen it when James Z blew out both his knees. You remember that one? They're trying to hold on. He fell in the ring, blew out both his knees.
Yeah, and that's after I think the Owen Hart stuff where he Passed away. But
no, that was before. That was in the NWA.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So anyway, we get to the point where my mom's sitting there saying, like I just want someone to blow off the leaves on the grass, because my mom's got an acre lawn, so I mean she's got a big ass lawn.
Yes.
And she's like, "I just want someone to go out and blow off the lawn." So Shane and I look at each other and we're like, "So what's the excuse there, Dave? It's not like it takes a lot of balance to sit there and stay on the ground."
What'd he say?
And he's just like,
out of excuses.
And again, the nephew's sitting there like, "Well, I'd do it," and it's like, why won't they let him do it? Like it's a power, it's a plug-in, like.
Well, maybe that's why if it's plug-in, they don't want him tripping over the cord, falling off the roof.
Dude,
that could happen.
So I have literally done that job for my mom since I was like 12. like I would. Well, okay, we moved down here when I was like 16. So I guess since I was 16 years old, after my dad had his accident, I would climb up on the roof and I would do it. And I would literally get to the point where I would look over, I'd be like, oh shit.
See, I'm scared of heights. That'd be my
Oh,
excuse.
I am deathly afraid of heights.
Okay.
I am deathly afraid of them. But I'm looking over like, yeah, I don't want to fall.
I'm so afraid of heights now. We don't hang the Christmas lights on the outside of the house. My father-in-law did it for us like years ago, and them bitches stayed on all year round because me and
You
Nicole,
just plug them in now.
me and Nicole, but now that we took them down, but now because we got new gutters and everything, and then Nicole wanted lights to hang up, and I'm like, well, who the hell's gonna hang them? Because you're not. And Hannah goes, I'll go up there. Let me explain something to you about my daughter. My daughter trips standing still. We call her Grace for a reason.
So she
wants to get on a ladder. I'm like, I don't want you to get on a ladder.
So she's Dave, is what you're saying. She's my brother Dave.
She's clumsy,
She's my brother Dave's excuse.
But she's willing to get up there, and I don't want her to get up there because I'm like, you fall off that ladder.
It's too much though. It's too much. Chris Barrett also says no. The famous corny scaffold match was 87. So which one was that?
Wasn't it? Was it Doom? Or was it the Road? It was the Road Warriors, and
was the Road Warriors in Doom?
No, it wasn't Doom. No, it was whoever James E was managing. So it was the Road Warriors. It might have been Midnight Express. I know it was the Road Warriors.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I wouldn't want to watch that.
It's funny.
Well, I'm sure it was.
Because when he climbed up there, he did this the whole match. Like he got up there, he was scared. Literally,
which one?
Scared. James E. got him.
Oh, Cornette.
Because Doom. I mean,
it was
LOD had. They said if they wanted a match, they got time with James E.
Oh.
So they managed to chase him up there, and when he got up there, he just went on his belly and held on to the side of, like this and wouldn't move. They were trying to get him, and he was shaking so bad. Hog and Animal like, hey, you better calm the hell down. They literally almost fell off because he was that scared. He was shaking. For a shoot, he wasn't playing. And then finally, when he went to get down, he managed to climb down, and he was just hanging up, and he's like this, just hanging over the ring. They were like 20 feet up in the air, and all of a sudden he just lets go and tries to land on his feet. And when he hit the ring, he just fell.
So Casey in the chat says, I have no idea what I want for Christmas. A fancy toothbrush, new tires, money, a PS5. I don't know. LOL. I will say right now.
That sounds like you do know, Casey.
That sounds like an adult Christmas list, and I appreciate it. I will tell you right now. I bet RJ. No, not RJ. Sorry. Whatever your husband's name is, better be taking point here. I was thinking RJ because of our friend Leslie. But a fancy toothbrush, I'll tell you right now.
One of those Quips?
I actually love my Sonicare. I've got a nice Sonicare. I'd tell you about $90.
Is that like the water pick one, or is that the...
No. Mine's just the one that's got the 3 speeds on it, rechargeable, everything else. The water picks are good, but it depends on how often you brush your teeth and everything. But the water picks...
Hopefully every day.
Well, I'm saying once a day, twice a day, whatever.
Okay.
Like I guarantee that I brush my teeth at least in the morning before, because like you get that morning breath and you're sitting there ready to knock yourself out, like so I always brush at least in the morning. I'm trying to get better at brushing my teeth at night as well. We also got VZ sitting there saying that the waste of booking from that scaffold match. And he said all that talent and they threw their arses on a metal apparatus. And no lie, when we talk about the wrestling, you're absolutely right there. Chris Barrett says Corny was supposed to be caught by Big Boss Man, but he dropped him.
Boss Man said nope.
Might be the one time that Big Boss Man actually broke character, because Big Boss Man at one point got his hand stuck in the door of a car and sat there and just held his mouth shut until all of a sudden they sat there, they opened the door back up, put him in, and he sat there and said, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And they were like, "Why didn't you tell us your hand was in there?" He's like, "'Cause I was staying in character." And they were like, "Damn, all right then."
I couldn't have stayed in character.
Good old Ray Trailer, man, I'll tell you. Let's see. Grayson said, "I want peace and quiet for Christmas."
You must have kids.
If you were at my Thanksgiving dinner, you would have wanted the same thing. Because when I finally walked away and sat over in another chair about 20 feet away from everybody, I got told that's just Rob being Rob at Thanksgiving. That's what I got told.
Antisocial.
And I was like, I just want to be able to hear tomorrow. That's what I was thinking. Chris Barrett says, I'm getting myself one of those fancy Intercontinental heavyweight title belts for Christmas. Which one? Are you getting the new one held by the man, Sami Zayn? Or are you getting the old school Ultimate Warrior / Scott Hall / Shawn Michaels, maybe Bret Hart version? Like one of those old school ones, Chris Barrett. Which one are you planning on getting? Casey says that she wants an auto brush specifically. I will definitely tell you, while Tino sat there and said that the water picks are really good, I really do like my what did I call it? Sonicare. I really like my Sonicare. It's about $90. It's got 3 different speeds on it. You change the heads out about every 6 months. It's amazing, and you can feel how clean your teeth are after brushing with it. Do you have one?
No, that's not a regular Reach toothbrush, but I go every 6 months. I get a new toothbrush every 6 months because I get my teeth cleaned every 6 months. So.
Now I will tell you, when you go to the dentist and they give you a toothbrush, make sure they give you the one that's got that weird cat tongue thing on the back of it. Because brushing the top of your tongue with that thing will clean it better than anything else known to man. So let's take a look at the chat again. Grayson says, "Do you do art commissions?" I absolutely do. Message me on Facebook after this. Not only will I do art commissions, but I'll also throw in extra free comics and other cool stuff to go with it. Chris Barrett also says, no, I'm getting the old school honky tonk through Razor, the good one, not the ugly one. So and then of course VZ Silly AF, which I believe is our friend Shavar, who by the way told me we should start another show. And you know what I told him?
What's that?
I said, I've seen your TikTok, Shavar. I'm not doing a show that you want me to do with Tino unless you're a part of it. So
what shows he wants to do?
So he wants to do one where we actually watch an old wrestling pay-per-view about once a week, once every 2 weeks, and we actually get together and say how we would have booked it differently.
That's kind of like what I said, and we sit and do a live watch along.
Yeah, and we've talked about it all along, but I'll
that'd be a good show.
I'll tell you what I told him. Okay, so Grayson also says, wait, VZ sits there and says, found one Series S for my one son, gotta find another for the other son, LOL. Otherwise, nobody gets one. Well, Shavar, if nobody gets one, I think that you should still get one. But you know, I'm gonna say that I don't even look like Batista wearing these. You know who I look like?
Oh Jesus!
No, you're gonna laugh at this one.
Mm.
I look like John Candy from damn Big Lebowski wearing the glasses. That's what I look like. and I said it, so you can go ahead, agree with me. Go ahead, agree.
Thank you, folks, for sticking.
Because the beard.
That's a show, folks, because I didn't get them. Thank you for tuning in, folks.
But seriously, Shavar, if you can't find another one and you only got one, I would go ahead and tell you it's yours.
What's the Series S?
The Series S is the $300 new Xbox.
Oh, okay.
The digital only version. Grayson also added in, yay, I'll probably ping you tomorrow. You're gonna laugh at me. No, not at all. And please get with me about anything that you want me to draw now, because if it takes too long, it might come in after Christmas, and we definitely don't want that. Grayson says Ellis also agrees. How's Ellis's foot doing? I know that he was in the hospital. Remember last week we were talking about how he stepped on a nail or something. So we would love to know how Ellis is doing.
Stepped on a nail too, but he didn't go.
I'm thinking Ellis agrees that I look like John Candy from.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I need like a vest or something, don't I?
Next week.
Yeah. Well, you gotta bring me one because I don't own any vests. But here I'm gonna take these off now. But dude, I actually see better with them. So it's you know that guy should put some contacts in because he could see better. But.
It's 9:15. Let's hit some wrestling.
All right, folks. If you are not wrestling fans, we apologize, but we'll make it worth your while because there was some good wrestling last week, wasn't there? So,
but I also want to say with Shabar, I agree, and we will need to talk about that because that'd be an awesome podcast or awesome show.
Grayson says that he gave you a thumbs up. It's getting better, but he also is turning into Speed Racer with a knee brace scooter. Well, with a knee scooter.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're thinking in terms of artwork, Grayson, but I would love to draw a Mach 5 with a Speed Racer. Actually,
that'd be awesome.
Speed Racer
that'd
actually
awesome.
Like using it as a knee scooter. Chris Barrett says I will definitely be hitting you up about a sketch, Potsy, for my sketchbook. Absolutely, Chris Barrett. Again, I am definitely available for commissions. I'm also affordable for commissions. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
I hate the people that sit there and go, oh, it's $200 for a sketch. Not with me because, well, you get what you pay for. And no, I'm kidding. I actually put effort into it. I love doing the sketches. I did some pretty cool sketch cards last week, by the way. I don't know if you saw them on my Instagram or my Facebook, but I did a really cool Marv from Sin City where I had to use like a 0.8 point pen to sit there and actually put all the sketching into it, and I thought that came out really well.
Nice.
Draw me Patrick Dempsey. We love Grays over here. Oh, wow. Okay.
Dreamy.
I can make that happen. That one might cost you though because when I do photo reference, it's gotta look like the photo, right? So, and you've seen my photo reference stuff, so Tino knows. But folks, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk about AEW wrestling.
AEW.
And I gotta tell you, the things that I noticed about AEW wrestling this week.
I want to know one of the things that stood out to me.
Go ahead.
Was the Taz Cody Rhodes exchange, and Taz seemed to be really, when Cody dropped that thing about training his son. I think he caught Taz. I think it caught him off guard. Do you think it was part of the script?
Totally part of the script because, for those that watched, Taz's son showed up.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Like Skull?
Something like that. And he walked away with the.
And he walked away with him. And Taz's son is a ginger, with like the curly ginger hair. He had it in a hoodie.
So go finish that. Now there's another part.
No, go ahead.
Second part, are they pushing to make the FTW title
relevant?
Yeah, and make it like a real title part of the organization.
I think that's definitely part of where they're trying to drive the story, but it's gonna end with Cody winning the FTW title, and then he's just gonna be like, if they did it smartly, they would have it build and build and build to Cody beating Brian Cage for the FTW title, and then being like, and now it's time to retire this. To just piss him off even that much more. Which would then actually have Taz's son turn on Cody, like, to the point where, like, he actually gets his comeuppance. Because here's the problem that you run into with Cody and Taz. Taz is one up on Cody right now, right? But you're not going to have Taz wrestle a match. Because...
Even though he put him in that Taz mission,
because Taz had a broken neck at one point. He can't wrestle anymore. Like the last time that he did anything like that, if I remember correctly, he did it once in Impact. Like when they introduced Samoa Joe, they had Taz actually show him, and Aces and Eights maybe. But before that, they had him do a Taz mission during the ECW pay-per-view, the One Night Stand. And then after that, they never had him do anything else because he just couldn't do it. So this time, doing that, the biggest problem that people have with AEW wrestling, and this is the God's honest truth because it really is one of the biggest problems, is that they have all these old school, cool dudes that you want to see do something, right? So like Taz puts him in this hold, and what happens? Nothing, because you can't fucking do anything with Taz. He can't wrestle anymore. You did it earlier. I'm just
Okay.
joining in, man.
Okay.
You want me to
No, just leave that one up.
you want me to do this?
No.
No?
You already did
Okay.
that.
Well, then I'll leave that there. But I'll tell you right now, you can't have Taz do that. So what happens in there? You sit there and you build it up. It's Hulk Hogan versus Bully Ray as the Aces and Eights versus Hulk Hogan in Impact. Nothing came of it, which means you can't do anything with it, which means it's garbage. Like,
but they can have people wrestle in Taz's
in their place.
Yes.
But why have Taz get the one up then? Because you can't beat Taz down. Like if Taz gets the one up, Taz got to get the hit. Taz got to get the beat down.
I think he can take a bump, possibly.
Maybe, but he hasn't. He hasn't even put the Taja Hajime on and dropped to the ground. He hasn't even done that.
Yeah.
Which means he can't take a bump. Can his kid? Sure. But what's going to happen? Taz's going to sit there and watch his kid take a bump? Like Taz wouldn't get in the middle of the ring and try to do it again? Give me a break. Taz getting one up on Cody Rhodes is a letdown. Taz sitting there saying, "Oh, you just made a big mistake, Cody?" And Cody sitting there saying, "Oh yeah? Well, how about your son actually gets trained by me and not by you?" Then his son puts him in the Taja Hajime? Then we got something.
Bobby Heenan wrestled with 10 years with a broken neck, and Bruno Sammartino held the belt for 6 years with a broken neck.
You're not wrong, guys.
Kurt Angle wrestled with a broken neck.
The problem is that the world that we live in at this point in time, no doctor is going to let them wrestle. No doctor is going to let them take a bump. What's
Edge just came back.
Hold on. What is Lords of London?
Oh, yeah, everybody's...
The insurance company that insures all the wrestlers does not insure people like Bret Hart, which meant when Bret Hart came back and wrestled his match against Vince McMahon at WrestleMania, guess what? Vince McMahon was the one that took all the bumps, not Bret Hart. Bret Hart took 0 bumps. Not a single bump. He didn't get hit once. His family members got hit. Because if you remember, Vince McMahon was like, "I paid all your cousins to sit there and come in and be part of this." And they were all like, and Vince McMahon got beat down. Edge did the same thing Daniel Bryan did. He went to every single doctor he could find until one of them finally approved him. Edge, his neck, now not his arm apparently, but his neck is in better shape now than it was in that WrestleMania match against Alberto Del Rio.
How?
Dude, your body rebuilds itself.
Okay, so you don't think as long as Taz has been out?
We would have heard something. We would have heard something. Look at Steve Austin. Steve Austin after 2004 has not been back. Why? Now, Steve Austin has said in multiple occasions that if I needed to wrestle, now this isn't a full quote, but it's kind of like a paraphrasing of his quote. If I needed to wrestle, I could go 2 full years and be able to put myself away to where I didn't need to work again. Now, he's absolutely right, because he would command a $10 million a year paycheck or whatever, right? Like he'd be like, "I'm going to wrestle 5 matches a year," kind of like Edge, right? Well, Edge wrestled 2 matches and blew out his tricep. Now, that has nothing to do with the condition that Edge was in. His neck was healed enough. He got approved. But if you remember correctly, a lot of people said that the reason why WWE actually approved him to wrestle was because AEW was asking if he was cleared. So let's go to the chat. Chris Barrett's been lighting it up, folks. I've got one of those 24-hour blanks that I'm treating as a nice little sketchbook. Well, again, I am more than happy to help apply a sketch to that. He also says how bad of a broken neck. I mean, Bobby Heenan wrestled 10 years. Bruno also held the strap for 6 years with a broken neck. Bruno also didn't have the competition we've got today. No offense. No. Lloyds of London also insured Rick Rude during his stint in ECW and took some nasty bumps. It's true.
Missed the one about Piper.
Oh, I think Piper actually broke his neck in that dog collar match against Valentine. Man, Chris Barrett's going to take Sketchy Joe's spot as the as the guy that teaches us everything we need to know. You tried the new Sheets beer donut hole flavor. John, Saturday, bring it over. Or if you want, bring me one over and Tino and I'll try it on the air next Monday. We're always down. Because I am drinking some Yangling chocolate porter. Right. Which Tino does not seem to like somehow. I don't know what's up with that.
What's happening on AEW? He's power. What's his name? His powerhouse.
He says he got one left out of his 6-pack. I don't know what, if you want a sixth of the price for it, I'll pay you for it. Let's go ahead and say in AEW, we got a little bit more of what's going on with the Inner Circle as Chris Jericho and Jake Hager, formerly Jack Swagger, versus SCU.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, folks, was the very first time, 58 combined pro wrestling years, that Chris Jericho had ever
faced Kazarian?
No. Faced Christopher Daniels. So, interestingly enough, when Chris Jericho was the AEW World Champion, he did face Scorpio Sky.
Yes.
But he has never, and I mean ever.
Before that?
I don't know. They only talked about the fact that Christopher Daniels has been around for like 20-something years, and Chris Jericho's been around for 30 years. So Christopher Daniels apparently has been around for 28 years, and Chris Jericho's been around for 30. More interestingly is that Christopher Daniels was in WCW. So the fact that they never met each other in ECW, WCW, Ring of Honor, or anything else until they came to AEW awesome. Is pretty freaking impressive, especially when you're talking about the ring general, Christopher Daniels. The Fallen Angel, who has the BME, which is the best moonsault ever, against Chris Jericho, who obviously brought the Judas effect.
That's still stupid ass.
Well, he hit Kazarian with it.
I know, but I don't like it.
But why did he hit Kazarian with it? Because MJF hit him with the ring. And
who came out to make the save?
Who?
Scorpio Sky.
Oh, did he?
You see, at the end, he came out with the chair. They started beating down Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. Scorpio came out with the chair.
So it looks like they're trying to build Scorpio, but they're trying to do a real slow build. Yeah. And I mean, he's super talented, but I'll tell you, I would be completely okay. Chris Barrett says, all I know is unless AEW starts doing more fun matches like that chain match or matches like scaffold, ladders, etc., I'm not watching until then. So I'm gonna point something out that I thought was hilarious. Lance Storm, Chris Jericho's best friend. Mm-hmm. Lance Storm posted on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. He posted this really cool message that flat out said, people who don't like AEW is like people who don't like pineapple on pizza. and he said, and your opinion to me doesn't matter on the situation either. He basically said that if you don't like pineapple on pizza, you like to post that you don't like pineapple on pizza and why it should not be on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like AEW, you post why you don't like AEW and why you shouldn't like AEW. But Lance Storm doesn't care about your opinion, doesn't want to hear your opinion, and would like it to just continue on in that fashion. And I can't say I disagree, except pineapple does deserve to be on pizza. And Tino and I are in agreement.
Cheers. What else do we have on AEW? Oh, we had the women's champion. I can't remember. Shakira?
No.
I can't think of her name. I see her face. Shakira.
Chicky.
I love most girls. Because she faced my girl
Hikaru Shida.
Hikaru Shida.
And I did not look that up, folks. I actually remembered it.
She's up against Thunder Rosa.
Yes, but
who came out and spoiled it? So this is what's funny to me. So that match was, first of all, that match was an awesome match.
Shida versus Thunder Rosa.
That was an awesome match. That was a good women's match. Yeah, Britt Baker keep coming in. My favorite part of that match. Okay, so Britt caused Rosa the match, but then she just goes back behind the barrier like she's just watching the show, like she didn't do anything. Like Thunder Rosa wasn't going to see her. Thunder Rosa pulled her ass over that rail. Thunder Rosa tried to kill that bitch. Oh, it was so funny. But that's the comedy I'm talking about. Britt Baker's like, what? I've been behind the wall the whole time.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, look, I didn't do it. It was.
That little things like that. It's funny. It's bringing the fun
what's
back.
her friend's name? What's the girl that's always with her?
It's Rebel, but she calls her Reba.
Reba.
Calls her Reba.
And I love how like Rebel's Twitter now says it's Rebel, not Reba.
Yeah.
But yet she's still right there with Britt.
Yep.
You know, Britt Baker, who is obviously the girlfriend / significant other of Adam Cole in NXT, and that
brings us to.
Well, I last thing I want to say is that I'm starting to enjoy what they're doing with the Kip Sabian,
Rusev.
Miro, and what's her name, versus the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. Because Orange Cassidy came up and turned off the Xbox Series X this week.
They just walked away.
And then just walked away, and they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then they walked out, and Miro got mad at the cameraman, and he's like, get out of the way! And knocked him down, and then like all hell ensued, and I really enjoyed that. But otherwise,
there's not much happening there.
But otherwise, I understand why NXT beat AEW this week. And by the way, it was by 2,000 viewers.
Dude.
712 to 710. So it was not a big... Okay, I want to go ahead and point out that Chris Barrett says, if Lance Storm doesn't want to hear my opinion, then he needs to tell Cody to stop stealing other promotions' ideas and think up some of his own.
If I can be serious for a minute.
If I could be serious for a minute.
Yeah. From Calgary. Alberta, Canada.
Boring.
Anyway.
Boring. No, I love Lance Storm. In fact, don't be surprised if Lance Storm gets a 1-year contract with AEW towards the end of Chris Jericho's career, and their final match, Lance Storm finally beats Chris Jericho. Because Chris Jericho's already said his last match is going to be against Lance Storm. His first match was against him. His last match will be against him. And Lance Storm is a solid hand. So let's go ahead and say that. But let's go ahead and talk about NXT. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm gonna have to pull up some of the conversation that Tino and I had the other night.
Oh God, with Regal.
Oh, no. Before that, why don't you go ahead and you start with what how the matches were going and everything else because I'm gonna give you some time here.
I gotta be honest. On Wednesday night, I was drinking.
I was drinking too.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
I do remember bits and pieces of it. I remember. Yeah, remember that.
So all right, so let's start at the beginning. Kevin Owens was on commentary.
That's right, he was on NXT.
And he was phenomenal. He started the commentary with Vic Joseph sitting there going, and let's welcome Kevin Owens here. And he goes, spent some time in the makeup chair, did you?
Yes.
And he's like, gee, thanks for really bringing that up. Yes, I did. And they just go from there, man. So, I listen to Busted Open. And Busted Open is sitting there talking about how Mark Henry is sitting there talking about how Kevin Owens on NXT draws so much more out of the program than what normally happens. And I'm going to tell you.
Because the Kevin Owens show is the best segment the whole night, hands down.
So they announced that the Kevin Owens show segment is going to happen. Kevin Owens comes out, and he comes out, he gets on mic, and he goes, let me tell you right now, last year, NXT called me and I showed up for War Games. This year, they called me up and they said, we want you on commentary, and I'm here. Next year, they may call me and tell me they want me to be a referee or the ring bell guy. It doesn't matter. If they call me, I'll be here. And you're like, that guy gets it, right? He gets it. He understands. And this is all during the Kevin Owens show segment, which means they're breaking out those $150 computer chairs.
Now, my favorite part of this... Oh, go ahead.
And then he sits there and he says, let me bring out my guest. And there's 2 chairs. And he goes, let me bring out my guest, Leon Ruff. And Leon Ruff comes out. Leon, and
he hyped him up.
Well, he hyped him up, but Kevin Owens started sitting there like going, Leon, you're not acting like
the champion.
You're not telling us how, with conviction, that you deserve that championship belt that is around your waist right now. And Leon Ruff's like, you're right, Kevin. You're right.
Tired of being a joke.
Johnny Gargano. And he goes, no. No, you don't do that. And he's like, what do you? And he goes,
call somebody
every
out.
time you call somebody out, they show up and they come down. So hold on, and he grabs another chair and he puts a chair in the ring, and he's like 3, 2, 1,
and nothing happens.
Nothing happens, and he goes, well, maybe NXT's finally changed. Maybe it's not like the rest of the world.
Music
and all of a sudden the music hits. And he goes, I knew it. And Gargano comes out to the ring, and Gargano takes that chair, and he's like, I don't want to sit down. And he throws the chair out of the ring, and Kevin Owens starts grabbing another chair. And Gargano's like, what are you grabbing a chair for? I already said I don't want a chair. He goes, oh, this one's not for you. It's not for you. Don't worry about this.
He said, you'll see.
He's like, you'll see. And then Gargano's like,
and
Leon Ruff, you sit there and you know that you're not the real champion, and you know it's all because of Damian Priest. And Kevin Owens is like, that's it. There it is. Go ahead, bring him on out.
And he's like,
what are you talking about? And he goes, 3, 2, what? Nothing. And he's like, well, I don't. Maybe it finally did change. Maybe we don't get. And Damian Priest comes out and he comes down and like Kevin Owens is like, do you want a chair? And he's like, nah, bro, I'm good. And he goes,
oh, you know what?
The best line, I wrote it down. I said it to Tino. I wrote it down and I said, Kevin Owens said, I don't know why I bring these stupid chairs. I don't know why I bring these stupid chairs. And then of course,
and he puts it out of the ring as he's mumbling. I don't know why.
No. He sits down in it and he's just sitting there in the corner. And then of course he gets up because all 3 of them are sitting there running their mouths about something. And he goes, if this were SmackDown, which is where I'm from, you're able to sit there and wait for someone like Teddy Long to come out right now, and Teddy Long would sit there and say,
he was saying
that there's going to be a triple threat match. And that's what we'll do. If only we had a Teddy Long person. and he
Somebody
goes
in charge.
and he sits
Someone
back
who
down,
can make matches.
and you hear brrr, 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 and William Regal walks out. William Regal's like, and he's just got this pissed off look on his face, like, why are they calling me out here? And he's like, at TakeOver, there's gonna be a triple threat match for the North American Championship, and it's gonna be Leon Ruff versus Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest.
He turns to leave.
And he turns to leave.
Look, this is it.
He comes back out, and you gotta watch this, because I don't even have hair to do it, but he goes, player.
And he kind of goes, and walks away.
And he turns around and he walks out.
That was the best.
But the fact that he did the hair flip, like if you haven't watched it, go on to the WWE Network, $9.99. Go on to the WWE Network, watch last week's, just watch that segment.
You probably found it on YouTube.
You probably can. If you've got the WWE Network, watch it for free. It is easily... What makes it so funny is that it was just like 3 weeks ago we were talking about this. Busted Open even talked about how NXT isn't fun, right? This segment by itself was more fun.
But that is why I have always loved Regal, especially when he was doing the commissioner back in WWF days. He had that, he's that uptight British guy, but he has that sense of humor. He has that comedic timing, and he showed it there, and he showed a little bit of it last week on NXT. That's why he's always been one of my favorites, because he's funny. You wouldn't think that he could come up with those one-liners off the cuff because he looks so serious all the time. So when he does it, you're like, did he just?
and he had done it a couple times in the past, but and then he had another line that night. He had another line because Cameron Grimes walks back and he's like, Mr. Regal, why do you hate me so much? And he goes, maybe it's your personality. And then he just turned and walked away. And you're like, holy shit. Like they just decided to go far with it. All right, so Chris Barrett also says, I can't wait for War Games. By far one of the greatest match ideas of all time. Yes. Not wrong. And in fact, they've set up a pretty freaking amazing match for War Games this year. And Pat McAfee's going to get his ass kicked. I love it.
The men and the women War Games are going to be awesome.
Well, do we know who's everybody on the women's team yet?
I know that we have on Candice LeRae's team. She's got Dakota Kai,
Mercedes Martinez,
and Tony. She's got Tony.
And Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Is it 4 or is it 5?
She'll probably have whoever is, and she probably has Indy Hartwell will probably be on there. I don't know if it's 4
but then on the other side we got Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai.
Mm-hmm. Girl with the hair, the tank.
Shotzi. Shotzi's the team leader. And
who's the last one?
Ember Moon.
Yes.
Ember Moon.
So that's gonna be a good match, but. The men's side,
dude, the Undisputed Era versus Pat McAfee and the Brand, or whatever they're calling themselves.
NXT. Okay, so right now, I'm loving SmackDown, and I'm loving NXT. Raw has a lot of catching up to do. A lot, because you got SmackDown for the wrestling. No, wait. Well, now even NXT.
No, you got SmackDown just for the Roman and Sami Zayn shows. Like those two shows.
But now they kicked in Kevin Owens in the mix.
Yeah, but he's going against. We're going to talk about it here in a second. But he's going against somebody specific.
Yeah.
But they showed you bring Kevin Owens to the night before Thanksgiving on NXT, and you get the ratings, right? You win the ratings war with Kevin Owens. That's what they're showing. They're showing he's a main event player.
Yes.
And we're getting ready to talk about. And Chris Barrett just said Teddy Long would come out and say, "Holla, holla, players. That's how we do a 6-man tag team match, players." Except it's a 6-pack challenge match, player. Right? That's what it really is. That's what it really is. So, but thanks for playing along, Chris Barrett. We love you for it. But let's go ahead and say the winner this week.
NXT.
7,012 viewers versus or I'm sorry, yeah, 712,000 viewers versus 710,000 viewers. So NXT wins the night. Pretty crazy. Don't know what the 18 to 34 was. Don't care what the 18 to 34 was, because guess what? Neither of us are 18 to 34. So I don't really care about that. So we're going to go ahead and...
SmackDown.
What was this one? Oh, who books this shit? No, we're good with that. No, we're good with that. We're good with that. Oh! Tino, we are laying the smack down. And we started the night with Jey Uso coming down to the ring. And the way that he did it, he goes, what did we do? What did we do? How great was that? And then you hear, bum, bum.
Yep.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
Roman comes down to the ring, and Roman looks at him and goes, why are you laughing? You lost.
Yep.
And on top of all that, I didn't tell you I needed you. Did I ever say that I needed you to come down and help me win my match? What does that make us look like? That makes us look weak. That makes us look terrible. That you're going to have to prove, because right now, nobody respects you.
They don't respect you, they don't respect me.
They don't respect you, they don't respect me, they don't respect the family, they don't respect SmackDown. Like, that's it. Like, what are you going to do? And of course, Paul Heyman's sitting there like, the whole time, which is the best part of that entire, like Roman is gold, Heyman is platinum.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's how good it is. It's only a 6-pack challenge if it involves the APA player. No. It's only a 6-pack challenge if it involves the Undertaker. Sorry, I can't help it. He started it, man. Chris Barrett's sitting there telling me that it's all the other stuff. So all right, let's go ahead and really get into it. Daniel Bryan's got a match against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn sits there, and obviously the two of them have had some shit going on between them, and Daniel Bryan actually has a conversation where he pretty much can sell the entire match in that 5-minute segment with Kayla Braxton backstage, and then they go and they start having the match. And him and Sami Zayn go backstage, and Daniel Bryan disappears. And at like the 8 count, Sami Zayn comes running back and runs all the way back into the ring. 9, 10, ding, 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 count out. And then they go backstage, and you find out that Jey Uso beat the shit out of Daniel Bryan backstage and got thrown off by Kevin Owens, right? Kevin Owens sits there and says, because what was it? Jey Uso sits there and says something like, oh yeah, follow me out, or something like that. And Kevin Owens is like, I'm gonna go follow that guy out, and he just starts running after him and everything else, and you just have that whole thing go on where you're like, what? But then Sami Zayn has a backstage segment with Big E, where Sami Zayn is sitting there telling Apollo Crews and Big E, hey, I didn't just beat people in 3 seconds. I've been beating people in 10 seconds.
Yes.
Right? And then Big E does this.
And shakes his hand.
And he's like, 1, 2.
And he's like squeezing.
And you see Sam, and he's like, and he gets to 5, and he goes, I know that number. Remember the big 5? Remember? And it's because Big E used to beat people in 5 seconds.
Yep.
And then he gets to 8. He gets to 9, and you see Sammy, and Sammy's sweating, and Sammy's like, ah. And he goes, you know what, Sammy? He gets to 10. He goes, you know what, Sammy? You're right. A win in 10 seconds. That's a really long time. Congratulations! After he sat there and squeezed his hand.
But the best part of that is
Kayla Braxton.
Oh,
You ready for your interview now?
No, leave me alone.
No, it hurts. Leave me alone. And he just walks off. And of course, we get a little bit more of the Bayley versus
Oh God,
Bianca Belair.
Yeah. We
get a little bit more of Sasha Banks versus Carmella.
That was good.
It was all right. It's at least somebody new, right? Yeah. And obviously it's going to lead to a heel winning the title, so that way Bianca Belair can go after the title. I think, unless they're going to turn her heel. And then of course we get the main event,
Excuse me.
which is Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso. And earlier, Kevin Owens goes backstage and he's looking at Jey Uso, and he looks at Roman Reigns and he goes, if this is really all about family to you,
Well, where were you?
where were you when he was getting his ass kicked? Where were you when that team was getting destroyed? Where like you should be doing something better than that. We got anything in that chat?
No.
Zayn is going to lose the belt to Daniel Bryan.
I think he's going to lose it to Big E.
Chris Barrett, I think Sami Zayn's actually going to lose it to Big E. I think Tino's right. I do think that Daniel Bryan is
Probably
posing himself to be the Royal Rumble opponent for Roman Reigns. And I don't know. I think that the way that Kevin Owens is getting over with the way he's portrayed, like I mean, Kevin Owens goes from being on the pre-show of a pay-per-view to being the main event
SmackDown,
like that. And when he does it, you sit there and you go,
I think because Vince sees money. I think Vince sat back and
I don't
watched.
think it's Vince. I don't think it's Vince at all. I think Paul Heyman's sitting there going, because I don't know if anybody watched the Talking Smack Saturday.
I did.
But
And my favorite part at the end of that was Kayla goes, does Roman know you're here?
and that's what I'm saying is that at the end of the match,
He's on.
she says her boys, but does she mean it?
No, not you. Anyway, so what were you saying about the Talking Smack?
So the Talking Smack, before that, we had the match with Jey Uso and Kevin Owens, and Jey Uso gets disqualified. And what happens? Kevin Uso beats the shit out of him.
And kept asking Roman, "Are you
Keeps
watching?"
going to the camera and says, "Are you watching?" And obviously,
Like, where are you? You coming to help him?
You see Kevin Owens or Roman Reigns, and he's like this, and you see Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's like this, and he keeps saying, "This is your family. This should mean something to you." And you know what? You're not the head of the table. You know who's the head of the table? I'm the head of the table.
And they sat down.
And when he pushed everything off of the announce table and
put
sat
his feet up
and sat at the front of the table, you're sitting there going, that dude in one segment made you believe
that he could
that he is a competitor to Roman Reigns when no one else has been able to do that since this whole thing started. No one else. Except maybe Drew. And Drew did that, but now I'm worried.
You worried they're gonna make him lose to Kevin?
No, I'm worried they're gonna make Kevin lose to Roman. And when they make Kevin lose to Roman, who do they have to take his place? Who do they have to actually do that? Because like I said, in one segment, Kevin Owens made me believe. The only other guy that can make me believe on the SmackDown roster on the SmackDown roster right now is Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan already lost to Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
So how am I supposed to believe him?
She said, "Oh, hush, Rob L." And then she said, "Dang, joined too late." I see.
Katie, it's completely fine. We've been talking about lots of other stuff too.
Yeah.
If you got something you want us to bring up, we actually said we wanted you to talk about what you want for Christmas is, and we will bring it up in the chat, and we will make fun of it. No, I'm kidding. We will sit there and
Chris Barrett.
Chris Barrett says my money is that Paul Heyman is going to beat Roman Reigns. No. But wouldn't it be interesting?
I'm tired of that bastard.
If they brought back CM Punk.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say
to beat Roman Reigns.
I thought you were gonna say.
No. You know that was too easy. Katie, you're gonna have to go back and watch the rest of the show because we talked about a lot of funny stuff. There was some other stuff that I thought was pretty funny. I did. You know what? Rob has the hard questions.
Is that the funny story you said you had?
No, I don't remember the funny story I had.
Oh.
But Rob's got the tough questions.
Oh, Jesus. No more farting in the showers. No more boogers on the walls.
No more boogers on the walls. No more farts in the showers.
Okay.
Tino,
Oh, Jesus.
you ready? You ready? Tell me you're ready.
I'm ready, bitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we throwing that? We throwing that, huh? All right, hold on. I got. Whoa!
Woo! It's now the Tino show.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
No Batista, John Candy.
John Candy! I don't look like John Candy. No.
What'd you say? Did you say John Candy?
No.
What'd you say earlier with the vest from the movie? I'm sorry.
I'm done with you.
John Goodman? What'd you
Yes!
say? Okay.
Yes! You son of a bitch.
Sorry.
But
She said LMA. She's laughing at you. Alright. Ask a tough question.
look at that guy right there. That guy right there.
Yeah.
Play with his ear.
Get out of here. Ask your question.
Stop trying to eat the head on this guy right here.
Look, she said now the Tino show.
Yeah. Now the Tino show, yeah. What's your favorite Christmas movie of all time?
You'll shoot your eye out.
It's a good one. It's a good
And
one.
next, I have two. You shoot your eye out and Shitter's full.
The shitter was full.
Shitter was full.
Like, I'm going to tell you. A couple years ago, my brother-in-law sat there and said, hey, Mouse, slap him down and smack him, whack him, right? And it's not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
And I was like, Airplane, right? And it was supposed to be when the old woman's talking jive.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that it's not, ho, Mouse, slap him down, smack him, whack him. But there's like a specific line that gets said there. So when you said shitter's full, like, for 25 years, I thought it was shitter's full. Shitter was full.
Ah.
And of course, for those not really paying attention, that is
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And that's Cousin Eddie sitting there in his robe, sitting there filling up the
See, I have like, so besides all the, when I was growing up with all the Rudolph the Red-Nosed, Frosty the Snowman, all that, movies, I got Christmas Story, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, I got Elf, How the Grinch Stole Christmas,
directed by
Ron Howard.
No, Elf wasn't
Oh
directed.
no, The Grinch was directed by Ron Howard.
Correct.
Who directed The Grinch?
No, Elf was directed by Harold Ramis.
Oh, okay.
Because he was actually the doctor.
That's right.
In that one. R.I.P.
But and some people were saying Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Die Hard's probably my favorite Christmas movie.
Chris Barrett says Jingle All the Way. That is funny.
Jingle. It was on TBS this weekend. So
that's the one. Is that the one with Sinbad and Arnold? No.
That's definitely the one with Arnold, where he's like, "He got two," like that. Yeah.
That is Sinbad, because Sinbad was the mailman.
Yes. Phil Hartman's in that
Yeah.
movie, and Phil Hartman tries to pick up the woman that Arnold was like affiliated with or whatever. Those are all good and everything else. I love.
What's yours?
Oh, Die Hard is definitely my favorite Christmas movie. After that, it's easily A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And then A Christmas Vacation. But I do love A Muppet's Christmas Carol.
Yes.
I also love.
Nicole's a big Muppets fan, so she'll appreciate that.
Yeah, I love A Muppet's Christmas Carol. They also did another Muppet Christmas, which wasn't a Christmas Carol, but it was based on another Christmas story. And then of course Miracle on 34th Street. How could you ever be against that? So how about everybody else? Chris Barrett does say Sinbad.
Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Wonderful. I also like Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg. Do you remember that one?
Yes, it was.
Where's a horror film?
Katie says it's easier to communicate with you guys on Facebook or YouTube. Either or. I'm on the Facebook.
Definitely on YouTube.
But I'm on Facebook, Katie. I can see you too.
But it's definitely easier on YouTube because we're actually looking right here, whereas you got to keep looking over there for that. So,
All right.
But yeah. So I am a huge Christmas Story fan. In fact, I have the leg lamp.
I do too. Well,
I got the little mini one.
I have the one that's like the night light. That's
So-
Nicole got me that one.
So mine apparently, I think is supposed to be a like where you put a candle in it, and I don't know what's up with that.
I got the night light and
So
I
I've
got
owned
shot
it.
glass.
I've owned it for like 15 years, and I opened it today because I was like, oh, if this plugs in, I'll just put it next to my computer. Like it'll be my Christmas setup because I don't have anything Christmas in the house.
I was going to ask you, you can get a tree or...
So Tino's asking the hard questions now. No, I'm not getting a Christmas tree.
What's wrong with you?
So, all right, I'm gonna ruin the episode. I'm gonna hurt it. I'm gonna make it.
Well, we got about 5 minutes, so here we go. Rob.
I'm gonna hold on.
This is how we're gonna end the
I
episode.
don't think. You know what? We'll just do this one.
We're gonna end the episode with a sad story.
So, a couple things. I worked retail for 20-something years, right? You know how many Christmas Eves I had off?
Nada.
No. I had one.
Okay.
I had one. You see that? Right there?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
That
was around Christmas?
Dude, I went into the hospital on December 18th,
Was it
5
in
years
December?
ago.
I remember you went in, but I didn't remember it being December. Oh, damn.
December 18th, 5 years ago.
That's right. That's right. You still there. Were you still in the hospital on your birthday?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So what Tino's talking about, folks, just so you know, my birthday is December 22nd. And couple things just to fully encompass and just make it all one big thing, like one big yoga ball. My grandmother died on my birthday.
5 years ago?
No.
Oh,
about 8 years ago.
Oh, damn.
So I never liked my brother. And in fact, the day after Christmas, the year that my grandmother died, I got a birthday card from her.
I remember.
She had actually sent the birthday card out. I told you about it, and because of that, I don't.
I forgot.
I don't like that, right? Like it still
Yeah.
affects me. But on top of that, it's the idea that I worked every December with no time off at all. And the only time in the last 14 years, probably 18 years if you go back the years prior to that I actually had any time, my birthday, December 24th, anything like that off, was the year I was in the hospital. And because of that, it just, like, everybody else is like, oh, you'll grow this new affinity for the holidays and everything else. And my new job is...
I was about to say, you got a big boy job now.
My new job is giving me my birthday off, it looks like.
Sweet.
So, but, you know, my birthday's like the middle of the week. Cool thing is Christmas is Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I get all 3 of those days off. I have to work the 24th. I'm used to that. I get off at 5:30, whereas the old job, it was... You're going to be there till 8:30.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, I've got all that, but I mean, like, Chris Barrett says that his favorite Christmas movie is Iron Man 3. But you know, that's just it. Is that, like, when you think about it, I have reasons why I don't like the holidays. You know, I mean, the fact that, like, if you work retail, you don't like the holidays because you're gonna get yelled at. You're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get disappointed. You're gonna get all this stuff, and you're gonna have to work the hours that you absolutely just sit. Like, everyone else is like, hey, can you get this time off? Now, my family asked, hey, can you get the 31st off? And I said, probably not. And they said, well, have you even asked? And I said, no. Well, today I asked, and guess what? Can't get it off. Because here's why. One of the girls has December 23rd through January 7th off.
What in the hell?
I don't know. But you damn well better believe that when I can take 17 days off in a row, I'm gonna do. No, I'm kidding. I don't ever see myself doing that. However, they're really gonna hate me when San Diego Comic-Con rolls around and I've got to sit there and take that weekend, the weekend after, and I do a book tour for the bookstore version of.
You don't work weekends, so why does that matter? Oh, Friday.
Katie says that she's a December baby too, so she feels me.
Well, what's weekends have to do with your new job? You don't work weekends.
Well, I don't work weekends, but I might still need Thursday to Monday or whatever so that I can actually like drive to wherever and do the bookstore deal stuff. So there's all that. But when Christmas comes into it, man, like I've just never been a big Christmas guy. And so I've got my Christmas story lake lamp downstairs, but that's literally the only Christmas thing I've got downstairs. And of course everyone's like, "Where's your Christmas tree?" And it's like, why would I have a Christmas tree? Like, if I want a Christmas tree, I'll go over to Mom's house. If I want a Christmas tree, I'll go over to Shannon Michelle's. If I want a Christmas tree, like, I don't feel the same way about it. Like, will that change over time? Maybe, because I don't work Christmas every year now. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, I worked Christmas Eve until 8:30 at night.
Yep.
I worked Christmas the day after Christmas at 6 o'clock in the morning. So when did I really get a chance to? And you got to remember, folks, when you're working 6 days a week and people are yelling at you constantly at Christmas, you don't have the ability to just sit there and go, let me relax, let me enjoy this time with my family, and then go, stop being a Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Hey, Katie, the Grinch's heart grew 3 times as tall.
It's 10 o'clock.
Tino wants to get to watch a wrestling tonight, but let's.
What's that? It's 3 inches tall.
But it grew 3 inches or 3 times as tall. But that's just the way it is, man. Like
I get it.
But the number one thing was I really loved my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, when I was growing up, like, anytime I saw my grandmother, I'd spend time with her. Like I was probably the only 6-year-old kid that wanted to like hang out with grandma, like, and when she passed away on my birthday, that really affected me.
Yeah, that's heavy.
And that's 3 days before Christmas. So then, like, to know that her daughters and everybody, and I don't know who like had her do it, but everybody's thinking she's getting better, so they have her filling out birthday cards for all the grandkids. Like, and I mean, my cousin Sherry was born on the 17th. My cousin
you all just
Johnny was born on the 30th. My cousin Billy was born on the 29th. I was born on the 22nd. My cousin Patty was on the 26th. Like, everybody, like, that whole family was just having sex in March. I don't know what's going on, but that's what they were doing apparently. But yeah, it's like what is it? St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Everybody's just
fucking getting it.
Yeah, like whoa, green beer, let's do it. But but anyways, but yeah, so the fact that my grandma passed on my birthday, like that affected me. Then getting the Christmas or the birthday card like 4 days later, that affected me. So like when people sit there and say they don't really care about Christmas, it isn't always because it was just I worked retail for the last 20 years. Yeah. Sometimes there's some actual like deep-rooted feelings in that.
I just thought you were just being an Ebenezer when you hear about yourself, just didn't want to do it.
Well, apparently I'm a Grinch, so
Ebenezer Grinch. Just
yeah, I'm John Candy the Grinch. I said John Candy too.
Yes, you did, Batista.
I walk alone.
Now you need to get some. Now you need to get some with blue so you can be Blue Tista.
Ooh, I can be Blue Tista. I like Blue Tista. Tino.
You guys check us out.
Hold on. Is there anything anybody in the chat, like Katie, wants to bring up as we go away for the night?
You're her favorite Grinch.
I'm her favorite Grinch, apparently.
I told you she was like she more than me. I don't know. Anyway.
I haven't moved it away. I'll tell you what. You could hit the little green arrow if you want to. Tino's always afraid
She
that...
said yes. I said, you're her favorite. She said yes. Okay. On that note, I'm always afraid what?
Why? You're always afraid I'm going to hit the little
Because
green
you
arrow.
do.
I didn't do it last week. You were afraid. You were like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
I miss you and you're mean.
Which one's mean? Him?
You, apparently.
No, she misses me. You're mean.
How the hell am I mean?
Oh, that's just how it is, man.
Really?
I walk alone.
And Tina was cooler than you. I love you again, Katie.
Man, she knows how to work the waterworks. Apparently, like he was getting ready to cry and everything else.
I was about to go find another store to buy my Miles Morales Spider-Man this week. Somebody almost lost a seal. You saved yourself. But I love you, Katie. You can catch this fool on Twitter, the Twitter machine, at Rob Potcheck.
No, at
At
Potcheck.
Potcheck, I knew it. You can catch
How
me.
do you do that?
You can catch me at HoodieFan91. You can catch.
Oh, you remember yours?
Yeah, because it's me. She said, "Oh." She said, "Damn, okay." Oh, oops. Anyway.
Wednesday, Katie, we're hanging out Wednesday.
I'm decorating a tree.
They set it up for me, not me. Trust me, they were supposed to be over here on Saturday, and that just kept getting blown to smithereens.
Again.
It's not my fault.
Again.
Blame her.
Again.
Blame her husband.
Anyway, so what was I? Oh, Instagram, Potcheck.
At Rob Potcheck.
That's what I said. What else you got?
So they should subscribe to the show.
You got too much shit to remember.
YouTube.com/Rob Potcheck. Subscribe. Twitch.tv/Rob Potsy Potcheck. Facebook. They can like the show. That's the whole show. That's the whole show.
That's the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Potsy and Tino.
She yelled.
I'm off Wednesday.
She yelled.
She's like, fine! Fine! Fix it now!
But,
you know what? We're going to call her up next week.
Yes.
We're going to call Katie and put her on the show.
Yes. Katie could be a guest. All right, folks. Thank you.
Audibly.
Thank you for watching the show. We want to make sure that you guys, we say thanks to Adam's House Cats for
the wrestling
song, which is our theme song. You can catch that on iTunes for 99 cents. And as always, we hope you guys had a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. You guys had a blast. As always, on that big hill up in Charlotte, North Kakalaki, North Carolina. I'll let it do for Kenny. You hear Ric Flair.
And he wrestled a match in North Carolina.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Woo!
Everybody wants to be the next boy, but I am the man of the hour, the tower of power, too sweet to be